This episode of FPR is brought to you by the hardworking hands of myself and Katie, and for supporting members and subscribers of our channel, just like you. Welcome everybody to another episode, the 14th episode. No, 13th episode. Ooh, 13.
And it's Friday the 13th this week.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh, it is. I'm seeing the calendar. What a coinkydink. But today is the 13th episode and it's on a Wednesday, so we're safe for a couple more days, I think.
I might start early, like full moon. You know how those vibes go?
Yep, I do know the vibes. FPR is the name of the stream, Fish Plants Radio, where we talk about those three things that we love the most. And hopefully find an audience that enjoys at least one of those things as well. I see that Nick at Hardwater Propagations and Mrs. Hardwater Jennifer were the first people in the chat.
But don't forget to say hello to Ben, like Missoula Aquatics and Plants.
Well, hello.
Hello, and Nathan Gilsta Gardens. Hello.
I happen to know that Nick and Jennifer are both fans of at least the plants and the fish.
Yes.
And
Jennifer wants to get into radios.
well, I think Nick wants to as well. I think they both should.
Yeah.
But I do know that they're into the plants, and myself, I want to say I've been lazy, but it's just been real busy with life. Getting another plant video out of our house plants because we've been raising them back. We kind of neglected them for a while, but they're looking pretty good now. And want to do another video on our house plants. It's been a long time since we did one.
Foxy gave us visitation rights on our goldfish plant that we forgot 2 times in a row to take home.
Visitation rights?
Yes.
What kind of visitation rights?
Screen visitation.
Yeah. Skipper's Aquariums.
Welcome in, Skipper. Thank you for coming.
So what do you think about how fish and, well, it can be plants too, but I'm thinking more about fish.
Are you
only
asking
because
me or the crowd?
Well, you and
our
everyone
lovely
here.
Neighbors.
Our television neighbors. Are you
Yes.
two neighbors? Excuse me, I have to burp. Did Mr. Rogers ever burp? Probably, but not on camera. Anyways, I shouldn't compare myself to that man. Fish, because of an experience that I had tonight, shortly before we went live, that experience involved 3
I'm
children.
sorry I missed it, by the way.
You walked in just after they left. But a friend of mine stopped over. He had his 3 kids with him, and they wanted to see our fish. Everything was messy in here, but he's like, don't worry about it. So they all came in, and they were just over the moon looking at the fish. They don't have aquariums. My friend's got a tote of bait fish. And in the summertime, the mom, since she's the teacher, brings home a beta that they keep in the class, and they watch
it's
over
a
that.
beta?
I believe it is a beta. I think that's what he said.
Okay.
They have 1 fish that they bring home for that. But they were just asking questions, just ecstatic and excited and everything. And hopefully I can get said person, Radio Geek, to get some aquariums installed in his house. I said, you know what? I might have a couple tanks or 2. And just the way he did with me with radios, infiltrated them into my life, or like helped do that. That's my personal goal, is to help get an aquarium or 2
Lead
installed.
people into. The aquarium hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is that what do you think about fish and little kids and children basically that are tend to be so much more inquisitive about the world and life than us older adults that are so jaded and whatnot. But
I think
you
it's
see
awesome.
the wonder in a kid's eyes when they see aquariums. It brings me back to my own memories of why I think I got involved with them.
Same here.
So
River just loves the guppies and everything in the kitchen. We have the 2 quarantine tanks set up that we received fish from a friend, and she just loves to stand there in the kitchen and watch them. And she's doing really, really well with trying not to touch the tanks. She touched one tonight, but she realized she shouldn't have, and she turned around and went.
I want to say hello to Cecil.
Welcome in, Cecil. And I think we have another one that slipped in here. We got some chat
so.
going on.
I've been kind of looking at it, but it goes without saying that when you see that happening, I want to ask, do you think we should encourage younger kids?
Of course.
Of course, yeah.
Just like, the bad aunts and uncles that buy the kids very loud toys for holidays, birthdays,
They're
anytime,
not bad.
and
the
pass it off.
uncles.
Why not do an aquarium?
Yeah.
It's quiet.
For the most part, it's, I think, better than a squeaky toy or something that makes lots of loud noises all the time whenever it's on, and the child seems to enjoy it. But toys come and go. Like I've seen kids play with toys and then all of a sudden they're not interested in them. They want something else. And learning experience of it,
I think
keeping fish.
the
is
parent
different.
has to be educated just as much
Well, yeah.
ahead of time in
'Cause
order.
It's not a toy, really.
No, it's not a toy. It's, like you said, a learning experience. But parents should be educated before they bring a tank in or have someone to come and help them at least. and
Peplin's
learn.
in the house.
Yes.
Good evening to you,
Welcome
Brian.
in, Peplin. Thank you for coming. Nick at Hardwater Aquarium says it's been rough for me trying to introduce people to fish keeping. People seem to be very intimidated by maintenance. Well,
Yeah.
it depends. But if you always have a friend or, people to fall back on, hey, what's going on with my tank? And
A good thing, I think, to ask them if they bring that up. Ask them what their thoughts are on what their idea of maintenance is. Was it in their mind that when they think of tank maintenance and everything that you have to do to keep fish, just to get a general idea of what they think it's all about, because sometimes they're wrong and sometimes it's intimidated because of maybe past experiences or what they've seen other people do. But
yeah.
when
Definitely.
you only have one tank, maybe, I think maintenance and the way you set it up has a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yep.
we've all experienced as experienced fish keepers, and
We've all
especially
done the
those
mistakes.
especially those involved on YouTube have seen multiple ways and know of different ways that
Things
you
can
can-
thrive or crash or
yeah, and you can keep maintenance down, but the steps of getting a tank set up the right way the first time really helps with that whole maintenance idea. It gets scary for people because they think they think of it a lot differently than what it really is. The reality of maintenance and keeping fish is way different as an experienced person than it is as a newbie, because you're thinking of all these commercial things and all you see at the store is like a million different filters and oh my gosh, am I going to get the right one? And
yeah. It's a market out there
Yeah.
for just as well as anything else.
so getting that new person's ideas of what is that they're thinking of when they're, whatever their fear is that may be holding them back, it's a good indication to see that maybe they do want a fish tank, but it's that fear of something that's holding them back. But deep down, originally, otherwise they just say, yeah, I have no interest in that. Or most of the time, you'll come across people that have no interest in fish, and they'll just say, oh, that's neat, and then they change the subject. Like they have nothing to say about it. So then, but if they have some kind of words or ideas about it, that's usually a general indication that they're interested in it.
Yeah.
But that can be what's neat with kids though is that they generally don't think of the bad things that could happen.
Yeah.
Most kids, they aren't that experienced, so that sense of wonder and desire to do something is so overpowering. Nothing's really holding them back other than an adult telling them no.
Right.
And unfortunately, you have some adults that would say no because they don't understand the whole process of it. And maybe just getting your kids into fish is enough to help you understand that maybe you like it too. But not saying that everybody should have fish because, you know, that's whatever people want to do, they want to do. But
Whatever floats your boat.
I just like it when I see interest in little kids about that sort of thing. Because when Radio Geeks kids were here and they were asking, there's 3 of them and they're all asking questions at once. And I was just like, oh yeah. And I was explaining stuff and going to the next one and I was laughing because of the questions. Some of the things they'd say or ask were just childishly innocent and made me giggle. And I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. Wait till River's that age.
Yeah. Do you think plants could ever be that sort of a thing too?
Oh, of course. I plan on teaching River all about plants.
What I liked when I was a kid and I remember was the process of watching a seed germinate or like germinating a seed, putting it between a couple pieces of wet paper towel and on
then
a
it would
plate
sprout.
or in egg cartons or whatever. And coming and checking on it and seeing a sprout come out was amazing to me.
Yeah, I remember doing that in school quite a few times, and I always loved it too. Ben says, kids need more aquariums and less computer. I agree, Ben. The less devices, the better.
I think devices aren't the issue. It's what they're using the devices for and how much time they're spending on that activity on that device.
Mrs.
Because-
Hardwater says, you guys will be great with River and her fish.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you very much. Cecil says, Ben, I agree with you 100%. You know, we used to have classroom pets, whether it was fish, guinea pigs, hamsters, hermit crabs, you know, stuff like that in school. No matter what age we were in, it was always like in the science or biology room.
Yeah.
And even as, you know, you grew up with them, but even as older kids, you learn to appreciate them. They were part of your class.
I remember I was living in a house where we had salamanders in the basement. And I discovered one day and
I'd
my
rather have
mom
them
was
over
like,
mice any day.
my mom was like, well, that's a salamander. And she knew enough about them to tell me about them. She's like, you should take this one and bring it to school. And I brought it in a big glass. It was like a fishbowl, but it was back then. It was like a maybe
Was it a
4 or
Pyrex
5 inches
dish?
tall. No, it was an actual fishbowl, but it was big around, but shallow. It was one of them that we had as a kid. And I brought it to school in that. And then the teacher, I think, probably had a 10-gallon tank and brought it to my science class. And it was a big hit. You know, it wasn't show and tell or anything like that. I just decided to bring it to school randomly and bring it straight there. Because the homeroom teacher didn't want me having that in the classroom. Yeah, bring it to Mr. What's-his-faces. I don't remember his name now. Anyways, that sort of wonder with having pets or stuff, how does it Do you think it'd be harder for plants? Because they don't move around, they don't have eyes.
I
It's a
think
slower process.
you have to teach more about plants
Yeah.
than you would critters, because critters are just naturally a curiosity to a child.
The plants is such a long game, and if you can get them to at least see the big certain stages of the process
Yeah.
and have them see the end result,
Yep.
then it starts. It's a longer. It's harder on the parent or the teacher, I think, because you have to be patient as well.
Yeah.
You can't force it down the kid's throat and say, well, why aren't you interested in this? See this? Isn't that great? And if they happen to
You have
get
to
hooked on
make it
something
interesting
else,
to
you
that
can't let it
child.
get it down and be like, well, show it to them and be there when they want to ask questions
Right.
and hope that you just got to stick with it.
Well, see, when we did that in school, we had the greatest, I had the greatest teachers anyway, you know, especially from kindergarten on. Anything we did with plants, whether it was for Mother's Day or
Hi, Brenton. Hi, Cheryl. Sorry.
welcome in, guys. Thank
Don't
you
mean
for
to
coming.
interrupt you.
They went from start to finish and they made it fun. It wasn't just about the plants, it wasn't just about a visual, it was about activities, stories, your own books on you could color and learn with words and stuff like that. I think, you know, the picture and word association thing is really good, along with just visualization. Because not every kid learns the same, or adult for that matter.
That's true. It's just when you see an interest in a child in something that's good for them, a little bit of sharing with them, even if it's not something that you're particularly interested in. If you see your child, or a child, if you're in a role model or a teacher position, if you see that child being interested in something that's positive and good, you have to almost keep an eye out for it. And when you do see it, even just kneeling next to them and saying, oh yeah, that's neat. Even if you don't know what's going on, share their experience alongside them and be there with them. And that sometimes can be enough to really enforce a memory in their mind, or they feel that it's okay that they're interested in stuff like that. I think my mom did a lot of that with me. And like, I collected baseball cards. She was never into baseball cards in her life, but she would sit down and hang out with me as a kid looking at that stuff and help me sort through them, and just the fact that
She showed an
she
interest with you.
decided to do that with me.
Meant a lot.
Yeah, and even to this day, I think she started gaining an interest herself in that. It was just, we did that with rocks and all sorts of stuff. Art, even though art and music she was already into.
Yeah.
But it really made a difference growing up when you had a parent doing something like that. And I hope that we do the same with River.
Yeah. Jennifer said her third grade science class had a salamander.
Cool.
And good night, Branson. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate it.
Sweet dreams, bare bottom, Branton.
Jennifer also says, exactly, critters allow you to get that quick fix, but growing plants, it's all accomplished in phases. So true, so true.
If you can get them to like certain vegetables and
Teach 'em how they grow.
those kinds of plants, and then they get the
Yeah, grow a garden.
good end result of actually picking and
The
eating.
satisfaction of, I grew this.
Yeah,
Now I get to eat it.
that helps too with
Yeah.
with everything. Is that clock way off? I think it is. I was
I
just
think
looking.
so.
Or we're doing so good that we're only 20 minutes in.
We're just doing
And
that
covered.
well. That's fine.
Skipper's back. Welcome back. I don't
Welcome
know where
back,
you
Cotter.
went, but I'm glad you're back. So it was cool having them kids in here.
Like I said, I'm sad I missed it.
They couldn't stay long. It was really just, it was Geek's opportunity to come and grab his radios back for a different event. He's working the Birkebeiner.
Oh boy.
I kind of wanted to sign up for, I thought there was ham stuff with that. I was going to talk to him, but
Yeah, they call in checkpoints.
yeah. Maybe next year. I think it's too late for me to get involved now, but.
Dang.
Caker is sliding in hot, making an extremely late chicken noodle soup.
Ooh, that sounds so good,
Ooh.
Foxy.
Yum.
And welcome, welcome. I
Yes.
made it.
So what's on the horizon?
Fish Plants Radio. We're in Fish and Plants. Combo of it.
Yeah.
So
What you
I
have-
get a day to myself on Sunday.
That's not fish plants or radio.
Yes, it is. Because
Why?
just wait, I'm not done talking.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
So, I've been trying to do self-care and get back in the fish room and enjoy things. Would you stop? So on Sunday, I will actually be able to come out in the fish room when the tank lights are on and not shut off by the time I get in here and do some stuff in the tanks. It's going to be so awesome.
Yeah, because I'm taking River over to my parents' house.
Yes. So instead of
then you
spending
have some
time on
Katie time?
myself, per se, like hair or
Do whatever.
whatever,
Do whatever you
or
want.
the house, I'm coming out to the fish room.
That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think you should. And even if you don't work on much, just spend some time.
I want to be with the
looking at 'em.
tanks.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to. Like you said, all the lights shut off by the time I get out here.
I'm happy for you for that, and I'm happy for my parents to be able to see River again. It's been a while. She's grown a ton. So,
Skipper's in
Monster Fish Gal.
Florida,
Lori, welcome
in
in.
Orlando at the moment, and then they have to go to Tampa tomorrow to hang out with Grant and Shelby. Well, enjoy. Tell them we said hi.
Cool. Skipper's gonna go hang out with them?
Yep.
Lucky. I think it'd be
See,
fun to
Nick
go hang
says
out
we
with
want to
them.
hear about Sunday, and go girl.
Sunday?
Yeah. Welcome in, Lori. Thank you for coming. Hey, Katie and Jake can't stay at the hospital waiting on arrival of grandbaby. Aw.
Well, thank you for coming in
Yes,
and hitting
thank
the
you.
like and making an appearance. That's awesome.
Congratulations.
And yes, of course, congratulations. My leg itches. I'm going to scratch it. Okay. That's awesome. No, baby.
Oh, Nick wants to know what'll be the soundtrack for Sunday.
I
Jake's soundtrack, I'm not quite sure, but my soundtrack might be
my
a little-
soundtrack's going to be listening to my dad talk.
Yeah. Womp, 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 womp. The
Oh,
Charlie
no.
Brown. No, I'm not.
He's not
I'm
like
not.
that.
No, he's not. I'm just joking.
He's got the gift of gab.
Yeah, the constant gab. Your mom does too, though,
A little
but
bit.
not as much as your dad.
She just interrupts him once in a while so that she can
Once
talk.
in a while.
You gonna have a soundtrack when you're out here? You gonna
Yeah.
put some music on? What are you gonna listen to?
Probably a little Five Finger Death Punch.
Whoa,
You know, all that
so
good
violent.
alternative rock. Get out. Any aggressions?
Oh my gosh,
It
are all
could
the
be a
tank's gonna be broken when I get
Oh
home?
no.
Okay,
Oh no. It's my power music.
Okay.
Work, work, work.
I get it. Will you be listening to any Milli Vanilli?
No, that's your soundtrack.
What?
I might do a little old school this and that. It all depends.
Baby, don't forget my number. All right. What's in the eye? I'm just looking at the chat.
There's a swap in Wausau March 29th if you guys wanted to get away for the day. The only downfall about a day getaway, it takes us 5 hours to make it to where we're going with River.
Yeah, she's high maintenance,
Yeah.
but totally
You gotta love
worth
her
it.
though. Katie's
would-
starting a personal mosh pit.
Yeah, a solo mosh pit. I think I have seen you do that before. Just all of a sudden go crazy and hop around. And,
Maybe.
yeah. Mosh pit and Katie.
Yeah.
I feel if you got into a real mosh pit, you'd get trampled.
Well, I'd be done for.
Yeah.
I'd be loaded in a hearse.
You don't have a lot of weight to throw around.
No.
I've been in mosh pits and I've gotten my ass kicked. It doesn't take long for someone to blindside you and just
Welcome in, Vibes.
pretty
Thank you.
soon
Thank
you're
you for coming.
screeching across the wooden floor. Just or in
What's
the
you
dirt.
eating, Vibes?
Vibes?
He says he's eating dinner and listening, and then off to bed. Blanket
Ooh.
hello.
Oh, it makes me sleepy with your yawn emojis, man. Why would you do that? I couldn't help but
Those
yawn.
are just as contagious as a real yawning.
I know. I was looking at those.
So now
and
you have everybody in chat yawning because you yawned.
I'm sorry, and it's not my fault. It came from Vibes first.
Jennifer said I ended up in a mosh pit by accident once and then thrown up
Oh,
for
that
body
happens.
surfing. It was very memorable. Well, at least you didn't get hurt, or did you? Nathan says he's only
In my
been
mind,
to...
it's like you happened to be walking to find the concession stand and somehow took a wrong turn in Albuquerque, and all of a sudden you found yourself in a mosh pit. Like, oh. Well,
Vibe says turkey
While
pot
in
pie,
Rome.
macaroni salad, and macaroni salad. Welcome in, Whip.
whip.
Let's get tanked. Thank you for coming.
I'm
So,
glad you didn't get hurt.
about plants, I've been asking you to water plants on the top shelf I can't reach.
Yeah.
And the reason is I don't have a step stool in the house to do it. And I'm coming to the conclusion I'm going to stand in something I probably shouldn't, and I'll end up falling.
We'll get you a step stool. Once we rearrange the plants, you may not have to worry about them being up so high. Or I'll just water them for you like you've asked me to do, and I don't get around to it. I water all of these plants.
Yeah.
I'll
do
get you a
too.
step stool. You can do it yourself. You're a strong, capable woman. Aren't you? Or are you not?
Depends on the day.
It's like, are you strong and capable, or do I need to do that for you?
I just don't care to get water down my armpit instead of in the flower pot.
I don't mind it, as long as it's your armpit. Fine. We'll get you a stool, shorty. I'm not super tall either, so sometimes I need a stool. Yes. In fact, I think all of us here have needed a stool at one point or another. Think about that. Is there anyone in chat that has never used a step stool ever in their
Whip.
life?
Whip's about the only one, I bet.
No, I'm sure he's been on a ladder at least.
That's a ladder. You're saying a step stool.
just to get something off the top shelf, or one of those two-step little step ladders, you know, the small painters ones, or
The ones that say "Do not stand on this step."
yeah, they're only like 2 feet high. They're 2 steps on them. Rip says that he needs a stool.
Okay. Okay. Oh, stools are banned in this house, she said.
Foxy.
Is that because of Lily? Or falling, or both? Jennifer
That's
said the
probably it.
side eye is already starting. Haha.
Who's yours?
Yeah.
Well, we're about halfway through the hour, and I'd like to talk about our channel members.
Yep.
The ones that have parted with their hard-earned money to be members of our channel. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And I already had the link ready to go so I could do this a lot quicker than I normally do. See, I was
You were on the up and up tonight.
somewhat prepared tonight.
It's a good
Yeah.
thing I woke you up from sleeping on the couch to come out here and prepare early enough.
I wasn't completely sleeping. I was nodding off.
Oh no, you were sleeping because every time I woke you up, you fell back asleep.
Watching cartoons with my daughter at about 6
6.
o'clock at night is the quickest way for me to fall asleep.
No, it's the quickest way for you to fall asleep. It's a given scientific point. When you're around people that you love, especially in a comfy area when you were sitting on the couch, you're more apt to fall asleep.
Let's see.
It is. Look it up.
I believe you. I do. But I started thinking about it so much that I almost forgot that we're going to read off our channel members.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is the point where we read the channel members. Here's a fancy intro to us reading off the channel members and stuff. Yeah, you betcha. So we liked our channel members and stuff, eh? So we're gonna read them off for you real quick, like. As
Yeah,
soon as I
you
open
betcha.
up the old numbers app here, gonna hit the old green button and make it bigger on the screen so my eyes can see it. All right, look at the making of this. I forgot to do how many? The numbers. 38 channel members at the making of this list. And I keep clicking on the wrong dang icon. Here we go. In real no particular order, flowers with horns. Do you want to read any of them? Or should I just do it?
Go ahead. My glasses are so dirty, I can't.
Okay. Flowers with horns, The Koi Pit, Jamie Palladino, Killy or Corey, the Nano Aquarium Guy, Jeff Pelham's Aquatics, this channel that's called
Yes, sir.
Yes Sir, Passing Wind, Cinnamon Girl, Fathom Aquatics, My Fish Tanks Aquatics, Scuba Steve-O's Aquatics, Laura's Aura, Bare Bottom Branton, Monster Fish Gal, Big Steve's Glass Boxes, Mike Henderson, Father Fish, Overtly Overstocked Oscar, Beto Great Lakes, Deb's Aquatic Pets, Danica.
Aqua.
Oh, you caught that, didn't ya?
Yeah, just like you catch me on June's
Oh, that's
every
a
time.
good catch there. Oh, I'm glad I have you around. Correct me. Thank you for correcting me.
You're welcome.
Deb's Aqua Pets. I'm very sorry. Danikin Aquatics. Gills to Gardens. Nick at Hardwater Propagation. Whips World. Eric Wyrock. Rod's Aquatics. Mr. Tundra. Dee Dee's Fin Den. Jody P. Tropical Fish Co. Renee Hedinger. Ron's Garage Aquatics. Redneck Aquatics, Stan Pittman, Lush and Salty Aquariums, Empire of Dirt Aquatics, Jeff Kane, Autarky Homestead, Foxy's Fishes, and
Peplin Creek Aquatics.
thank you guys so very much for being supporting members of our channel. With your membership fees, helps us to keep on going on YouTube and doing fun stuff in our hobby. For instance, the air pump that we bought, a lot of the supplies, and just the good general feeling of friends and family that help out. It's we hope we do the same. We do have a few paid memberships of our own to certain channels, and hoping to be able to do a lot more one day. But we can do, and so we understand that every little penny helps nowadays with most normal people. So the fact that you're paying a membership fee just to help support us is greatly, greatly appreciated. Looks like Whip's World was up to something while I was reading that, and the screen was off.
Whip, thank you so much. Whip sent 5 HHD gift memberships out. It looks like Shozy608 Cody had received one.
Sideshow Cody, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so. Joy Fish Keeping, Jose. The GIPG, Benjamin Peters. Red Laser.
That's so
Congratulations, guys, and thank you again, Whip. That was so generous of you.
fun. Yeah. And welcome aboard.
Welcome, welcome.
Hopefully we can make it worth it for you. I did do some editing finally on some of the Bear Grease.
You did.
Just doing some cutting basically. Cut out boring stuff, and then I'll probably add a little music and throw something out there very soon. It won't be it's not going to be the entirety of the whole Bear Grease event that I went to.
It's your experience.
It's going to be sections, so it's going to be in parts. Because if I was to wait long enough to make it one big, huge video, you guys be waiting forever, and I might not even ever do it. So to make it easier for me to put the content out there and easier for you guys to digest it and get it in time, I'm going to make it in parts. So almost done with the first one. Forgive me for taking so long. It's life. It's hard to. If I didn't have a normal job and this was my job, I'd be pumping out stuff all the time. That's the dream. Hopefully someday I can do the things that I love for a living instead of what I have to. But either way, we get the bills paid, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Peplin wishes to know if we are going to be starting any seedlings this year. I want to start a new strain of tomatoes I tried last year. And they're purple and yellow. And they have a French name, and I can never remember the exact full name. But
I don't remember.
I will let you guys know what they are as soon as I get to plant.
Yeah, you have to find them in the package and stuff.
No, I saved seeds from the tomatoes we had last
I don't know,
year.
I got you big binder, and you made a big binder of seeds and stuff.
Yep.
That's cool.
But I'm limited for grow light space, so I mainly want to do our large tomatoes.
We can start a few out here with the lights that we have.
Yeah, but
Get a few
we
plants
can't have
started.
a whole huge table full like we've had in the past years until
see.
we figure out the situation.
Might be able to figure out something.
Aw, thank you, Whip.
A super chat sticker.
Super chat sticker.
Whip's World. Isn't that cute? It's like a dancing fox.
Jennifer said she's behind in her seeds
What the
starting this year. I want to do the coil style seed starting process.
Coil style. Are you familiar with
I've
that?
never done that.
Have you heard of it before?
Yeah, I have.
Of course you have. Katie is a big time plant person. I love plants, but she's the one with the knowledge. I just have a green thumb and I make pretty green things grow, no
You
matter
do.
what they are.
You do really great.
I don't always remember the names of them and stuff, but
As long as you keep them alive, that's
You-
all that matters.
you've been helping me with the names, but I just,
I'm just hoping I haven't lost a lot of that information.
oh, not working and then
Well,
at
not
the
necessarily
greenhouse
not
and
working, but
Mom brain?
mom brain.
You think, oh, that part
That,
of your brain
a lot
got
of my brain,
decrepitated?
yeah. There's a crusty part in there that had a lot of that good information in there that I think might have to be rehydrated with something.
Okay.
So, and it's not just names of plants, it's people's names that I've known for years, and I can see them in a store and it's like, oh, hi, I know them. I just can't remember their name.
Is there anything I can do to help rehydrate something inside of your head?
No.
Okay. I just had to ask. Peplin's wondering about coil style as well. I don't know what that is.
Oil style?
Do you think you know? Maybe what you think of coil style is different than what she's saying?
It might be. I think you referred to it as the roll-up style earlier, or was that a different technique you were referring to, Jennifer?
Coil style. I don't know what.
Everybody has their own terms or what they've heard from someone else, which is not a bad
I
thing
can
by any
imagine what
means.
it might mean, but I don't have a clue.
But to each person and each, yeah, snail style, where you do a spiral plant style. Now, are you just starting them like that and then gonna transplant? Or are you going to
Interesting.
leave them as is? Because I've seen both.
Still don't comprehend, but okay, so I know
You know, like
design a
the-
snail, but you just
Yeah.
put them in the dirt in the
Some
spiral?
people do feed tape style. Some people put
like
them in
the
the
carrot
dirt.
tapes that we get
Yeah.
for carrots.
Yep.
But then just leave it coiled up in a pot. Huh. What are we rolling?
Use
Keep
your
rolling,
imagination,
rolling,
Whip.
rolling. You roll them when you plant them, and you roll them when you pick them.
Whip says I try to leave the seeds out when I roll.
Yeah.
Yep, start first and transplant into your own grown gardens. I've never personally done that method, but that does make a lot of sense. The only thing is, I'm worried about the roots getting tangled, but tomatoes are pretty hardy. You know, as long as you don't bust the plant itself,
Or a main tap root or something. Yeah.
it should be fine.
That's why I kind of like individual pods.
Peplin says it doesn't have seeds anymore, you old man.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Nowadays, it's like, kind of, this is off subject, but nowadays, it's actually awesome if you actually get to find a seed. Woohoo! Found one! It's not like back in the day where spent half hour to 45 minutes cleaning just to have most of it be seeds. But anyways, days have changed. We're stashing our seeds to try to plant later when we do randomly find them.
Yeah, I saved tomato seed and
You save a lot of seeds. I may or may not save other kinds of seeds, but
no, you were
tomato
helping
seeds,
me. You were helping me with pepper seeds. Remember
yeah.
when you were eating
Well-
hot peppers because you didn't want to eat the seeds?
morning glory seeds.
Yeah, you were helping with those too.
Those the last windy day, and I didn't harvest them all. A bunch of them got shucked back into that.
In the planter?
Yeah.
Well, as
it was
long as they
fine.
go in the planter, it's fine.
Oh, yeah. That's what's kind of cool about those. But then we'll collect them and give them away to people, and they plant them and have these beautiful morning glories that come back.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun with those.
Last year, the morning glories were gorgeous.
Yeah. We do
And
have
I
some
don't know
pretty
what I
ones.
did anything different. Because I seeded again.
I got to put
even
some
though
pictures out there. So I got some really cool pictures of that stuff.
Peplin says, I have saved lots of veggie seeds over the years. I have a cooler full of seeds. I've got big binders with your pencil bags for like your school kids.
Yeah, zipper pencil bags with the
And I put
3
paper
holes.
for veggies, flowers, perennials, annuals, you name it, herbs.
I found her this 2-pack of
I think I need
Huge.
a couple more binders.
huge ass binders that are really thick. These big 3-ring binders.
Yeah,
And,
we can do a seed swap.
Seed swap. Just bring
Tell
the
me what
seeds
you're
with,
looking for.
bring the seeds with to the cookout.
Yeah,
I put in for my time off for the cookout.
good.
Actually, Wednesday before and the entire week following afterwards. We'll see if I get approved for that.
Hopefully.
Not that I'll be there that entire time, but just to give us a couple days free of work to get packed up and prepared, and
Yep.
a week to kind of cruise through afterwards. Anyways, that brings me to a point that we got 15 minutes left and we have to talk about radios, and I
Just to
want you
give
guys.
me a second, I got a couple comments to
Okay,
read.
it is fish related with the radios, but go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Jennifer says they have morning glories climbing on the front porch that return and give us privacy. That's where we have ours. It's on our entrance, kind of. Some of them return, but they don't do the Gridis, so I reseed. I'm pretty sure because it's due to lack of dirt and nutrients. But morning glories seem to grow where it's trashy. Not that I'm saying your place is trashy. But they grow
good
in
cover there.
the worst of conditions, better than your
Yeah, they like the random places. If you like treat the soil all nice and keep it soft and whatever, they just don't tend to do well. But if you kind of, they're like a father fish of plants. You just leave it alone and it
Yep.
does its thing.
Right. And she said seed swap at the Wisconsin Fish Fam picnic. And we're bringing plant clippings.
Count me out. So, radios, real quick. You guys heard me talk about GMRS radios that require you to buy a license that works for your whole family for 10 years until you renew it. But did you know FRS radios use the same exact frequencies? So you got GMRS radios, this is one that's GMRS. You can change antennas, you can get higher power, all of that. The license comes with a call sign, but you have to pay $35 to use that radio for 10 years, according to the FCC. Or you can go anywhere in the world, Walmart, Cabela's, anywhere, and go to the sporting section or the electronics, and you'll find like Motorola Talkabouts or Cobra ones, and they're all FRS radios. FRS. They use the same set of frequencies, just at a lower power. You can't remove the antennas, but they're extremely affordable. Some of them get a little more expensive, but they're affordable, and you don't need a license at all to use them. And what's cool is that the GMRS and FRS will talk to each other just fine. I could talk to someone using this radio, they don't need a license at all. What I'm getting at is that I'm planning to implicate radio usage at the Wisconsin Fish Fam Cookout. If you have an FRS radio laying around, bring it with. if you are thinking about getting into radios, it's a good place to start. Like I said, you don't need a license. The radios are somewhat affordable, very affordable in some cases, and you can talk to people that are in the higher end of the hobby. I guess if you want to call it a hobby when it comes to that stuff. Anyways, I'm encouraging people now that if you're interested and you can afford it, look into getting your own FRS radios. Go to Walmart, go to any bigger
Amazon.
store, you can go online. If you have questions, if you have concerns, you're not quite sure, you don't want to pull the trigger on buying something without knowing if it's good, send us an email, hugandhilldesign@gmail.com, or you can send an email. I have an email that's specific to my ham radio license. It's ke9eix@gmail.com. Either one of those, send an email, or if you know our phone numbers, you see us on Facebook, whatever, know us in person, get a hold of us and ask the questions that you might have about those radios, and we can help you out. My goal is to kind of have fun with radios at that event as well, and they'll actually serve a purpose to help us stay a little more organized. That'll be fun, and it'll be kind of fun to make some videos on it too, of people playing around on radios. That's all I really have about that.
Well, you and I had a blast.
Yeah.
We always have a blast talking back and forth.
And it was good to know about Code Browns.
Yeah.
I got called in at least once and not twice.
She hit the...
She had a messy diaper.
Yeah, she hit the stage of rolling.
She, you mean by
River. Hit the stage of rolling like an alligator when it's time that she has a poopy diaper and it needs to be changed.
Yep.
So I would always need help to hold her down so there wasn't a
Or
mess.
distract her or something.
Yeah, something.
So I hear on the radio at the cookout, Code Brown. And I went racing back to our tent to help Katie out. Otherwise, that poor girl would have been all by herself.
Brown.
Yeah. Katie and River and our tent would have been a mess. And the radios saved the day.
Jennifer says they have 2 handhelds that they can bring.
Cool.
That's awesome.
I'm bringing a few extra radios for those that don't have them but don't depend on that. Most of them I have planned out already for the people I'm going to give them to. So not give to keep, but to use during the weekend. And
But they'll have to come back to us at night to be on the chargers.
I'll have my mobile radio. I'll have a portable antenna system I'm going to set up with other radios just to kind of play on different frequencies and stuff while I'm there too. And we can scan stuff, listen to the airport, do all sorts of things like that while we're there. So it'll be fun.
Foxy said Katie had a Code Brown or River. No, River.
River had the Code
But
Brown.
I almost ended up Brown if I didn't have Jake's help.
Oh, yeah. One person's Code Brown can turn into many people's Code Brown.
Oh, yeah.
All at once. Tends to spread.
River
It's like
especially didn't
duckweed.
know what to do when I had to change her on the inflatable and furniture in the tent. She wasn't quite used to that bouncing.
She just did it on the floor instead. But it'll
Well,
be
there was
different
sand
this
on
year.
the tarp on the floor and the carpet.
She's
How would
gonna-
you like sand in your crack?
She's going to be extremely mobile this year and running around, and maybe by then even saying a lot more words than she does now.
She was talking a lot more than she is. Well, she's trying again now.
She's mimicking
It's a
little
phase.
more.
But I had to. Did I tell you guys what she did yesterday? It was
No.
so cute. I didn't, because we weren't online.
Right.
She was watching Daniel Tiger in the morning, and he has an episode where he says, "Hello, neighbor. Can you guess what I have hidden underneath my blanket? It goes ding, ding." And immediately she goes ding, 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 ding on her own without even me saying it. I'm like, I'm so proud of you. Sorry, mom moment.
No, that's awesome. She used to say ta-da a lot more. You could just say ta-da around her and she'd go ta-da.
Yeah,
Ta-da.
she still says ta-da, but not as much as she used to.
Foxy said a code brown can turn into several code greens fast.
Yeah, I agree.
Jennifer asked if changed in the stroller. I don't think we've done that yet. We changed in
We
the
did
car
it when
seat.
she was little.
In the stroller?
Yeah, remember when we could lay her back and she'd actually lay
'cause
down?
It was more like a bassinet style one,
Yeah.
but not upright in the stroller. We changed her in the car seat.
The actual car seat, not her car seat, but the seat in the car.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
It still sounds confusing.
Changed her in the cargo area.
Oh yeah, many times
Open
at
the back
Foxy's we
hatch.
changed her in the cargo area when we were on the go. We had to shield the wind.
Well, cool, yeah. Jen and Nick, if you send me more info on what your radios are, I'm interested to see.
Like
You
a
know, you don't
picture
have
of
to
the
do it
model
now,
or-
but send it over Facebook or whatever
Or
you
text
got.
her.
And just interested in what other people's radios are, if you don't mind. Be kind of cool. And that was my major radio thing. Got other stuff going on in the making of incorporating a segment of either this stream or a new stream.
Hold that thought. Thanks for coming, Whip. Have safe travels and tell everyone we said hi.
Going to Tennessee too? Oh, sweet. Trying to figure out a way to incorporate one more radio and live stream at the same time. That's all I'm gonna say for now. But thought it was cool last week when Radio Geek showed up at the end and we talked a little bit. And watching the replay, the audio was pretty good. But I think I can set up a way to get the audio from a two-way radio directly into a mixing board, directly into the stream, and call on certain people to come and talk with me and Katie on the radio while we're live streaming. That's the idea, and I said too much so far because it's really cool. I think something that'd be a lot of fun. Anyways, we're about through the hour now. It's actually been an hour and 4 minutes since we started this stream, Katie. Can you believe that? It's insane. Do you have any last words, Katie, or do you see anything? Oh, they use radios. That's awesome. I use radios. Nick said we use those radios between cars when we're cruising. Caravanning, long trips, short trips, stuff like that, out for a cruise. I've done that. Made all the way from where I live now to North Carolina. And we had, I think, 4 cars of all of us packed full with kids and everything, making a trip out there to the beach for like a week. Anyways, yeah, we used radios the whole time. Like the lead car would say, okay, we're gonna pull over, or someone in the back would be like, okay, there's a kid that needs to go to the bathroom, let's all pull over. And it was just a great way to stay in touch. Pretty much impossible to do it any other way. Even with cell phones, it would take forever. Radios, everyone hears the transmission right away and knows when the turn is coming up. We usually put a person in the front lead car that was in navigation with the map and let them know, okay, we're going to be turning up here. Follow us, stuff like that. It works great.
Foxy says insane in the membrane.
Who?
Foxy.
Who are you talking about? Who's insane in the membrane? Insane in the brain. Insane in the membrane. Brain, insane in the brain.
You, apparently.
Going insane, ain't got no brain. Got no brain. Insane in the Brain. You know, it'd be cool. Anyone that's seen Young Frankenstein? That part where they're dancing on the stage and the Frankenstein monsters like putting on the Ritz. It's almost the same as Insane in the Brain. I don't know if you could like swap those two and have Frankenstein's monster from Young Frankenstein up on the stage with Cypress Hill, and he's the one that gets to shout out, "Insane in the Brain."
Yeah.
I would go to that
Oh
concert.
my gosh.
I would definitely go to that concert. Anyone in chat would second that motion, go ahead and raise your hand. And until then, I think we're about to sign off because it's been an hour show already.
Thank you all for coming. We appreciate and love you all. Hope to see you all at the Fish Fam picnic.
Yes.
Get a hold of Foxy and Brian.
Yes. Gonna be a good time. But we'll see you again soon
And
because
it's probably,
we'll have another
like
live
you
stream
said, the
or two
only
before
time
that.
in person you'll see River and us all together.
For some people, yes.
Yes.
For most people, yes.
Yes.
But also for some people, no. So you got no's and yeses with the sums. But most, it was only a yes. That's sad. That's the way it is. Good night, everybody. Welcome and thank you, and welcome and thank you, and you're welcome, and we thank you. And I'm going to shut it off now, I think.
Right there.
It was all good until the end, and then I just like crashed it all with crazy talk and voices. And is it off yet?
No.
I know that. Thank you, guys. Have a good night, everybody.